Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now Lance. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. The Cardinals line up for a punt. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. On the ground, here is the rookie from Texas A&M. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. A gain there of 15. First down, Cowboys.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
They put the tight end Hall in motion. To the ground, a first down run. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Tank Dell. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
They'll try and run here with Benson. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Benson. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Back to the ground after the penalty. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. set up to throw. That's caught downfield. Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
When you call a draw, Mike, what you're counting on is that the defense is in full pass mode. The linebackers in secondary are getting a lot of depth in their drops. The defensive line is just racing up the field thinking, I'm going to sack the quarterback. In this case, they're not so lucky. Not only do they not catch him off guard, they're not able to pick up any yards.
He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1. A little closer. Here's second and goal. They'll run with Benson. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's pinned. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Dallas. That his first touchdown of the new year. Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass, unmask the defense, and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Throwing, Lance. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
A tough spot here. Third and long. Lance. This one complete right side. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have...
In trouble, and down he goes. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. That's exactly what they did.
3rd and long. Here's Lance. And that is incomplete.
His offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. First and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
This is taken in by Dobbs. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down. A run up the middle with Pierce. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down. Here's Pierce. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Dameon Pierce. Touchdown, Cowboys. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Lance looking to throw. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. To throw, here's Lance. He's got his tight end, that's McBride. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Lance. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down. Card's going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. 1st down and goal. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. So it's halftime here in Arlington with the Cowboys in front. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Fly around the football defense.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line, a pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. Third and 5. They'll throw out of the gun. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. 18 yards on the connection. First down, Cowboys. On play action, he'll set up to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Back to throw. Now a shot here, deep middle. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Second down and 8. Throwing now from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. The Cardinals lining up for a punt. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with Pierce. Not much develops there. He'll get this to about the 43. Here's second and 9. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here now, third and 5. Now, faking the give. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw yet again. He runs with it. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the 1st down, sets up 1st and goal.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the goal line and in. Dameon Pierce. Touchdown, Dallas. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Now Lance. And that ball's intercepted by Trayvon Diggs. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 48.
They'll run straight ahead with Pierce. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another 1st down. They'll look to throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
The kick is good. Makes the score Cowboys 48, Cardinals 0. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Ayuk makes the play along the sideline.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Now a give up the middle. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
A 50-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He missed it. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Throwing, Lance. This pass is caught by Scott. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play. There's 2 big key pieces the way you want to evaluate quarterbacks in the NFL, Mike. Is the first one, how do they operate on 3rd down? But the second one, how do they throw the ball when it's not a clean pocket? And you saw here, the ability to be on time and accurate through contact, that's what separates the good ones from the rest, and that was a big-time throw right there. Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on 3rd down. Brings up 4th, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. A short one here, caught by McBride.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Lance. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And that is incomplete. Trayvon Diggs, tight coverage, and he knocks that one away.
Well, at some point, if I'm this quarterback, I think I'm going to start testing somebody else in this secondary. I mean, he's already made his impact felt multiple times today, and it doesn't matter who they line up across from him. Right now, he is completely taking them out of the game.
That is hard. Down the field, he's got it. How's that for a big decision paying off? A gain of 28 yards on 4th down. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Not much room to speak of. He'll take this to the 11. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Lance. He tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Derwin James.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
His drive will start on the ground, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment.
Kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me? It's not over, you know, right?
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Pierce. Room past the 20. A 19-yard pickup there. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Again, it's Benson. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
3rd and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
Brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on